Alright guys, Young AFO is, well, he's not here. I was about to say he's officially here, but the moveset is officially here. I'm sure everyone's maybe already seen the leaks, but this is my first reaction other than seeing it in the Season 13 trailer. We get the full breakdown, so let's go ahead and react. We're going to start with this alpha, which is called Thunder Burial. It's a long-range attack that fires a laser capable of piercing through opponents. The laser either explodes upon impact or at its maximum range, so you can hit it against walls and the ground to make it explode. Oh my loud, bro. This is loud as hell. Alright, so laser goes through people. That's actually really good that it's hitting multiple people. And it's exploding in the back there by the car, so it could potentially hit like a third person. Alright, it explodes. Not gonna lie, it's kind of like a... it's not... You know, not a huge explosion I'd expect from, you know, the Demon Lord himself, but, you know, all good. Little cute alpha. Yeah, you can see it hitting Deku way back here and exploding, so it's doing, I think, double damage, right? Because he's getting pierced by it, and he's getting hit by the explosion. Alright, so this is level 9. I think they could have done a little better on the explosion effects. I don't know, it's just, it's looking a little... I don't know, like I'm throwing a key blast or something. All right, honestly, not much to say about that alpha. I think it's really cool that you can go through a bunch of people, meaning you're gonna hit everyone if they happen to line up. You're gonna hit some collats, but looking at his beta, it is called Meteor Annihilation or Meteor Star. It's a ranged attack that drains dark balls in a straight line forward. Hold down to enlarge the dark balls. The falling speed slows, but the explosion range becomes wider, using them strategically based on the distance to your opponent in the battle situation. Okay, so if you just let them go like that, they come down a lot faster, alright? But if I hold them, they become bigger AoE, and they drop slower? Oh, they can go above, too. Okay, that's actually really good. So, height does not matter. You can hold them when you're in there. Oh, okay, so it becomes one big one. That's actually sick. That's sick, bro. I feel like Madara dropping one of the meteors. What are you gonna do about the other one? That's, wow, that's actually pretty annoying. You could, that's good though. That's scary because you can literally just throw it and you don't have to worry about anything. That's a huge radius though. That's a huge radius. The initial drop, that's interesting to tell. So, see this oh, well, let's skip this. Oh wait, no. So you see this AoE, that's the explosion AoE. That's the explosion radius, but when it drops, the initial radius is that small. That's gonna be like, oh man, you might think you're safe out of this, but you gotta keep running. That's gonna be hard to kind of navigate. Because for me, I'm gonna be like thinking, oh, I'm not in range. I can play around it. Nope, you're gonna get hit. All right, I like it. I like it. The fact that it goes above buildings is pretty crazy. Essentially, you just don't even have to aim. You have to aim in the general direction. So that's gonna be hard to dodge, man. That's gonna be annoying. I like it though. I like it. I like the giant one. I think that's the coolest thing. Unless you float in the air too, right? Very similar to Endeavor's Assault Endeavor's beta right now, or Gamma. Sorry, Gamma. All right, his Gamma. This is the one I thought that looks like really silly, like it didn't belong in the game, but it is called a Divine Judgment. So we got some Zamasu stuff. A technique that creates wings that allows movement through the air while charging energy. While dodging attacks in air, unleash energy blast. Okay, so you can dodge in air? Okay, wait. While dodging attacks in air, unleash energy blast and sweep away multiple opponents in a wide range. Okay, let's just watch. So you essentially fly and charge. Okay. Maybe I'm not understanding. When it says dodge, I imagine it just means like, oh, you can move through the air. Why? So why are the purple things? Okay, so it can stack and eventually do that. I mean, that's sick. That's super cool. But you have to. Do you have to land those, or can you just shoot them? Imagine you have to land them. So, you'll like every time you hit, you are essentially stacking up these purple balls. Oh wait, no, it's actually a time limit. Oh my gosh, bro, what? How long does that hit for? I thought like it was every time you hit, but you can see here, Deku gets hit, and it takes like a while, like for these to, it's timed. Okay, so you have to stay in the Gamma for however long, and then this happens. And that's a long time, bro. If we quickly look for when this starts, I think All Might, hold up, is All Might in iframes right here? So All Might is like, I think roughly right now he's out of iframes. right there is when he gets hard knocked down. That's a lot of ticks. I don't know how much damage this does, but I imagine maybe like 220 at max. And, I mean, good luck dodging that, bro, because, I mean, you can dodge roll. You might be able to dodge, like, 2 ticks, but you're not getting out of that, man. Oh, my gosh. I imagine you can, like, knock him out of it, but if I'm standing where All Might and Deku are, bro, I don't think I can see anything in this. It's gonna have to be from, like, a third-party teammate or something who's out of this range. That's pretty crazy. Alright, moving on to his special action, and there's 2 types of special actions, so there's 2 ways you can use this. The first one is called Shokai, and you can fly, so it's a flying one, great. The second one is Kyogeki. It seals the special action of the opponent you hit for a certain period of time. Okay, so it's like Aizawa, but if you hit them, they actually can't use it for a while. That'd probably be really good on, you know, if you focus like Abara, Frappi, Cementos, people like that. Kirishima, if they're hardened, Aizawa, obviously, if you don't want to deal with the erase. So that's interesting. Okay, so let's look at this. So that's the special action one. That's Kyogeki. And sorry if I'm butchering whatever it says. And wow, it goes through stuff. Okay. That's annoying. It probably doesn't do like crazy damage. I imagine maybe like 70, 50, something like that. But no special action, yeah. That's... I mean, I can definitely see it being annoying. I definitely just throw it out, but I'd use it strategically. And it's not that long, right? So it's not crazy long, but I'd definitely be doing it on supports, right? Alright, so... Not gonna lie, the flying was pretty nice! Wait, he looked so stiff in, like, the trailer, but that flight looked good. So he can initially dash and he can alpha while flying. And then he can stop flying if he wants to, then he bursts again. Alright. So, it's the better version of Endeavor, right? Endeavor gets that initial burst of speed, but this is just a bigger burst, and he can still fly. And I think he flies roughly the same speed as Endeavor, but that burst is something else. And obviously, I don't know how much Gage is going to take. It looks like if they're going to treat it like Endeavor or Nezare, that initial burst takes more than if you were to just glide around. But it looks like to even activate it, you have to burst, so you're going to burst. And I mean, would it be, is it a gauge or is it, because if you use the other special action, that could take like 20%, right? Like who knows, or it could take 50, but you know, flying, I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out. That flight looks sick though. Like that looks clean. Like it looks clean. I don't know why in the trailer it looked so bad, but now it looks good. That's so quick too. Can we talk about that? That's insanely quick, and it goes through. I was gonna say buildings, but it goes through debris. Would be the better word. I don't know if it goes through walls, like a thin wall like this back one right here. I wish they would show that, but it's a pretty long time. I can see it being annoying. I don't know too many characters that rely on special action, but characters like Endeavor, Nezare that kind of use their stuff to fly, and then supports that look to res, it would be pretty annoying to get hit by this. So overall, man, this guy actually looks like a solid character. He looks a little underwhelming in the trailer, but now that I'm looking at his abilities, yeah, he might be a problem. I think he's gonna be a problem. I love the model, by the way. I think he looks really cool. And I don't even know what his special tuning is, so I'm excited to learn what that is. But yeah, no, being able to fly. Actually, hold up, I just realized they aren't showing any vertical. You fly a little vertically high. I'm curious if I can look up and burst up. If I can, that's gonna be very good. If I can't, then that's gonna be kind of their way of nerfing him. You know, think about like if Endeavor couldn't like jump up to get height. This is kind of what it would be like. So they didn't show it. So maybe if you can't look up to fly, you might run something like Space Hop to get that initial vertical distance, but I'm not sure. All right, guys, this is gonna be the end before I start yapping and start theory crafting. He comes out tomorrow. Let me know if you are rolling for him. I, of course, am. Let me know how many tickets you're willing to spend on him. I think he looks pretty cool. But yeah, good luck on your rolls, guys. Wish me luck on mine. Hopefully I don't have to pity. This season's gonna have a big dead end timer, by the way. We're gonna have a very dry period because all 3 characters, including the Hawks quirk set, came out back to back. So we're gonna have like a good, 1.5 months of just dry. So stick with us. Stick with the community, guys, or hopefully some balance patches are coming. Alright, guys, hey, have a great one, though. Like the video, subscribe if you want more Ultra Rumble content, and I'll see you guys later. Have a great one. Bye.